How's it going, everybody? Today I wanted to talk about what the best workers' compensation insurance for contractors here in the state of Michigan looks like. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Brian. I'm an independent insurance agent based here in the state of Michigan, Metro Detroit specifically, and I work with businesses on their commercial insurance programs as well as helping families and individuals with their personal insurance, their home, their auto insurance as well. My goal with this channel is to pass on a little bit of educational information to you so that you can make more informed decisions around your insurance and then overall help answer any questions that you might have. So let's get into it. And before we get too far into the video, I do want to invite you to subscribe to this channel. And if you find this video helpful, useful, anything like that, please feel free to like and share this with anyone else as well. Workers' compensation insurance is an essential coverage for contractors here in Michigan. It is designed to protect your business and your employees if somebody gets injured or sick while on the job. Workers' comp will help cover things like medical expenses, lost wages, and rehab services to help your employees recover and get back on their feet and get back to work. When it comes to the best type of workers' compensation insurance policy, one of the most important things to consider is your coverage limits. Now, because in the state of Michigan, you are legally required to carry workers' compensation insurance, the state does have minimum coverage limit requirements. These are $100,000 per accident, a $500,000 policy limit, and then $100,000 per employee. While these might seem like high enough coverage limits and would meet the necessary requirements for the state, they are usually not enough if an employee does get seriously injured. This is why I will always almost typically recommend going with $1 million limits across the board. The cost difference between these higher limits and the lower ones is actually surprisingly small most times, and the much broader protection that it provides is definitely worth it. Another good reason to start with these higher limits is that many large general contractors, building owners, developers, and most government organizations will require $1 million limits in a lot of their contracts in order to do business with them. So by starting with these limits from the beginning, you avoid having to go back to your agent and asking for higher limits if they do become a requirement for a contract down the line. With all this, it's also very critical that your workers' comp policy matches your actual business operations. The rates for workers' comp are based on your employee class codes, so you need to make sure that these class codes do line up with the actual work that your employees are performing. And it's equally important to make sure that the payrolls for each class code are accurate. Both of these not only make sure that you are properly covered, but also helps avoid surprises around the audit. And all workers' comp policies will typically be subject to an annual audit. Employer's liability coverage is another very important piece of workers' comp. This is typically a coverage always included in a workers' comp policy. It provides protection to your business if an injured employee ends up filing a lawsuit. It's a very important added layer of protection that you do not want to overlook. Another key factor with workers' comp is the claims process. Not all insurance companies handle claims equally, provide the same level of support and speed when dealing with a claim. So working with a company that does have a good claims handling team can make a huge difference for your employees and for your business. It can help make sure that your workers get the care and attention they need quickly, and also help minimize the disruption to your business as a whole. We briefly touched on cost earlier, but I do want to go over the few key main factors that do impact your workers' comp rates. First is obviously going to be your payroll amounts. Then is going to be the job duties and job classifications for your employees. And then next is going to be your claims history. This will typically be reflected in what is called your experience modification factor. I've made a couple other videos going over details on the experience mod that I will link here in the video and in the description below if you want to dive further into that. But overall, businesses with strong safety programs and a lower amount of claims and less severe claims will typically have lower premiums. This is similar to any other line of insurance coverage, such as with general liability or commercial auto. And as we talk about safety, Having a safety program and a return to work program can not only help keep your employees safe and reduce your overall workplace injuries and incidents, but can also make your business more attractive to the insurance underwriters. This can make your business, again, look better, which can typically result in more favorable pricing, as some insurance companies do even offer special discounts if you have a safety program in place or a return to work program. And last, choosing the right insurance company to work with for your workers' comp is just as important as choosing the right coverage limits and making sure that your policy is accurate and up to date. This is because not every insurance company is a good fit for every type of business. Depending on what your exact operations are, it's most likely going to be best to work with an insurance carrier that specializes in working with contractors, or one that specializes in workers' comp specifically. This can not only make sure that you are going to be serviced right in the event of a claim, but overall it can help make sure that your rates are in line or lower than what you might get on average in the marketplace. Working with a company that specializes in contractors or specializes in workers' comp can help if there ever is a claim situation, you ever have issues with your audit, and just give you the overall peace of mind that your business is properly covered and in the right hands. So the best workers' comp policy isn't necessarily always the cheapest policy, but one that is tailored to your business operations and provides the right protection that fits your needs. Thank you for watching, and if you are looking for help with your workers' compensation insurance or overall commercial insurance program as a whole, I would love the opportunity to work with you and see if our team can help. There are a lot of ways to get a hold of me, and they should all be in the description below. Please feel free to text, call, email, fill out a contact form, whatever is easiest. And if you have any other questions about insurance, please feel free to reach out directly or leave them in the comments below. I would love to help answer those as well. So thank you again.